Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, then welcome. Today I'm going to be filming this look created with all NARS products. NARS is one of my favourite brands. In fact, I think it is my favourite brand. The base products are the ones that I really invest in. I've got a lot of drugstore products that are holy grail products, but in terms of an actual base, I love to use high-end, and NARS is my favourite. If you want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. So as always, just going to clip my hair back to start. Firstly, we want to prime our skin, so I've already moisturised my skin with Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. I'm going to be using NARS Skin Optimal Brightening Concentrate. This is just a sample size product, so I will leave full size products listed below along with their prices. As always, I'm just going to be taking a bit of this on my fingers. I'm trying more to dab it into my skin instead of sweeping motions at the minute, just because it's better for your skin. So moving straight onto the base, I'm going to be using my NARS Sheer Glow foundation. This is like my favourite foundation of all the foundations that I've tried, not just from NARS but from anywhere. I use it in the shade Deauville Light 4. So I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, I think they call it. So just put a couple of pumps on there. Put a bit of product on my cheeks, nose, everywhere, and just dab that in. Now that that's all blended in, I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I use the shade Vanilla just to pop a bit under my eyes. I really like the formula of this concealer. Whether or not it's my favourite, I'd say it's my favourite high-end concealer, but I really like the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer, and I just think that will always be a favourite of mine. And I think it's about £4.20, something like that. But in terms of colour match, this one's probably really suited to my skin, whereas the Collection, there's not much choice of colour, so I just tend to go for the lightest one, whereas this, there is obviously a much wider range of colour choice. But yeah, I really like this. I really like the formula. I like the finish. I'm just going to be taking that right up to the lash line underneath my eyes, and even a bit onto the lid to prime the lid. So I went to a NARS beauty event, like a blogger event, and in fact I've been to a couple in Manchester in the Selfridges, and they've always said that when they do a makeup look, the basis behind NARS is that it's all very neutral, warm, natural colours that they use, but on every single look they will use one pop of colour. So whether it be a natural eye, like neutral eye, maybe a bit of glitter, but then like a pop of colour on the lips, maybe like a red lip, or, which is what I'm going to go for today, a nude lip, but then a pop of colour on the eye. And I'm going to be using this burnt orange shade, which I love. This is like my favourite colour to use on the eyes, and this is called Persia. I'm just going to lightly set that with the NARS Translucent Crystal Powder, Light Reflecting Setting Powder. This is a loose powder and it's amazing. I really like it. I'm just going to use a little bit on my beauty blender just to set under the eyes. And I want to go for quite a dewy look, so I'm not going to be setting too much elsewhere. So I just take a bit on the edge of my beauty blender and just dab that under my eyes, and that is pretty much it. I think what I will do actually is just take my Real Techniques powder brush, just to dab a little bit into the pan and just sweep it across my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, basically along the T-zone, just because I do get a little bit oily, but just keep it very light because, like I say, I like that dewy look at the minute. So that is the base. I'm going to go off camera now to do my brows because that's probably the only, brows and mascara are the only products that I don't have from NARS. So I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows lightly off camera and I will be back in a second. Okay, so I just used my Anastasia Dip Brow on my brows in the shade Taupe, just to lightly fill them in. I very rarely do much to my brows, to be honest with you. And I'm going to move on to the eyes. Now, first of all, I'm going to use transitional shade, which is, because I don't have an eyeshadow palette from NARS, I'm going to be using Laguna. So I will be using this to bronze my face up as well later. But for now, I'm just going to take Real Techniques base shadow brush to just blend some of this into the crease. This is Persia. This is my favourite eyeshadow in my entire makeup collection. I absolutely love it. I don't use it enough, to be honest with you. I'm just going to tap off the excess and just start by putting a bit on the outer corner. Look at that colour. Oh, love it. So a bit on the outer corner, and then I'm going to be taking a bit on the inner corner too, kind of joining them. Is it called Halo Eye, this? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you know where you use a bit of colour on both the outer and inner corner, and then I'm going to put like a little pop of the highlight colour in the middle, like a goldy colour. Tap off some excess. You can always add more product as you go, but if you get loads of product on your brush, and it's harder to blend out if you start with too much product, then just using the side of the brush just to blend that out up into the crease. Just keep building a bit more colour each time. If you've followed me for a while, you'll see that I'm not a big fan of like dramatic makeup. I very rarely wear lashes. I'm all about the minimal, the natural look, and to be honest, I just think it's more wearable. I feel like on YouTube there's a lot of makeup artists and makeup gurus that use a lot of heavy makeup, which I'm not good at. I'm not good at my makeup. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy watching tutorials, but I'm not good at it. I don't think anyway. I'm going to take this small brush from Real Techniques. It is called the Accent Brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that colour and just drag it underneath the lash line. And just take that brush again, the base shadow brush, and just blend that out. And there's literally no fallout whatsoever with this eyeshadow. It's really good, really pigmented, but no fallout whatsoever. I'm going to be going into this palette, which is the Unfiltered 1 palette. There's 2 versions of this, that's the right way around. And these are the colours. They're all cheek and highlight colours. Look at that one. That's actually quite similar. If I show you Persia side by side, this one's called Exhibit A, that red colour, and this one's Persia. So you can see that Persia is just a bit more of a burnt orange, whereas this one is quite red, which is, again, another favourite colour of mine. But yeah, so I'm going to be taking this highlight shade, which is called Watch Me. Can you see that? Really pretty gold shade, just in the centre. I'm just going to go back to the other Real Techniques brush that I used, the orange Persia colour, just to blend that out through the crease. So I'm going to put on some mascara. I'm going to be using, as I say, I've not got a NARS mascara unfortunately, so I'm going to be using this Lancome Hypnose one. Like I say, I'm not going to be wearing false lashes, so just to lengthen, separate, thicken them up. Thicken them up. Okay, so I'm going to zoom you out just to finish the skin. Now I'm going to be taking my NARS Laguna on this Real Techniques blush brush. I really like the Real Techniques brushes actually, I have to admit. Just bronze up the face, under the jaw. on the temples, you might have noticed a little bump on my head. I don't know if you can see it, but I fainted the other day out of nowhere, so it was a bit of a shock. Could have been a combination of things, to be honest with you, but landed right on my head, which isn't good. Didn't feel it, obviously, until afterwards. But yeah, enough of that. Another palette I wanted to just mention was this one. Now this I got a while back, so I don't know if they still sell it. It's probably a limited edition. If they do sell it, I'll list it below. If not, then I will list the products that are included within it. So it's, again, another blush bronzing palette. It was called Blame It on NARS. And what I really liked about this, and what I would recommend looking out for, is it comes with Casino, which is a really popular colour, along with a few others, a highlight shade and a couple of blush. But it also comes with the Eater brush. It's a mini handle, obviously, but the brush itself is exactly the same. And this palette, I believe, was £45 for 4 shades, and the brush, which this brush, I know it's really mini handle, but in terms of the actual brush itself, that retails it alone, I think, for £40. So if ever you're thinking about getting this Eater brush, I'd recommend seeing if they've got a palette currently with the Eater brush in it. So, I mean, it's ridiculous, £44 for a brush. I think what I'm going to do is use it, obviously, with a bit of Casino in this palette, just a tiny bit, just to deepen up a little bit of a contour. Just slightly, like I say, I don't go overboard with contour or any kind of makeup. I just like to keep it nice and light and natural. So I'm just going to deepen that contour up a little bit. Just take it around the temples, along the sides of the nose as well. I always do a bit under my lip and jaw. Now I'm going to be highlighting a little bit. Now I've got this highlighting stick. It is the Sheer Pop Multiple in Navajo Beach. It's in a stick form like this. But what I'm going to be doing, instead of applying it directly to the skin, is just using my beauty blender to just take a bit of the product and just apply it to my cheekbones for just a very natural highlight. This isn't going to be anything too overboard, just very natural. As always, down the bridge of my nose, across the Cupid's bow. I'm just going to go in again with that highlighting shade that I used from the Unfiltered palette, and just taking the beauty blender again where I've had that highlight on it and just dabbing that in on the cheekbones. Yeah, I really like that. For a little bit of blush, I'm not going to go overboard with blush, but I'm going to use these 2 shades in this palette. I love this blush. This is one of my favourites. This is called Out There and this is called Me First. Sorry, I always use my middle finger. That's really bad. I'm just going to take it on this Look Good, Feel Better powder brush just to dust lightly, tap off the excess, just to dust lightly on my cheeks. I mean, these blushes are so pigmented. You literally need the tiniest amount. For my lips, I'm going to be using NARS Orgasm, or is this Soup? Yeah, Orgasm. And this again is another little sample pot. So I got this at a blogger event, and you can see the iridescent gold and pinky flecks coming through, like with the rest of the Orgasm collection. So I'm just gonna, oh, I love this colour. I'm just going to put this on without any lip liner or anything, and this is a great size to just have on the go. This is the finished look. Again, very natural, very bronze. The pop of colour is on my eyes with that Persia, which is amazing. All the products will, of course, as always, be listed below, so if you want to try any out yourself, then you can find the products easily blur. If you've tried any other NARS products that you think I should try, I am quite intrigued to try the Illuminator, the liquid highlighter that NARS do. Let me know if you've tried it and let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Give it a big thumbs up if you did like it, and I will see you again next time. Bye guys! Why do I always need to sneeze at the beginning of a video? It's gone. It's gone. Oh, that's the worst. Hi guys, welcome back to... Oh, why did I wave afterwards? Oh. So, if you want to look, focusing on my T-zone really. Well, that's a lie. I'm just putting it everywhere. But then I can't talk. Really loosely, lightly I mean, natural dewiness. And get it in my eye. So that is the finished eye look. I'm going to zoom you back out. Okay, not that far. Oh, amateur. Now my hair's going everywhere. And then that, guys, is the finished look. So, no it's not, I need to do my lips. I'm really bad at this, but you just have to bear with me, I'm learning. I love it. Love it. If you're a blogger and you get invited to NARS blogger events, I'd highly recommend going. Oh, phone. What you think, and